Hi guys, today let us discuss about graphs that are related to waves. Let's first look at position versus time graphs.
Alright guys, first let us look at a position versus time graph. The position is said to be in the y-axis whereas the time is said to be in the x-axis. As you can see, this is a transverse wave. The transverse mechanical wave is formed by the oscillation of the spring mass system here. When the spring mass oscillates in simple harmonic motion up and down, the particular sine curve is formed. The sine curve is obtained due to the specific point or location of a transverse wave as a function of time, which means when we have a mass at equilibrium position and we give a pull vertically downwards, the mass would start to oscillate. So guys, let us look at how the sine curve is obtained. If we consider a particle in the spring mass system or a particle on the particular mass at equilibrium position, after some time it would move vertically downwards when we give a pull to it. This means the position would change, whereas after a particular moment it would reach a maximum height. Then the position would also change and come back to the equilibrium position. If we consider a moment where the particle is at equilibrium position and it reaches the maximum height, we would obtain this particular sine curve here. Afterwards, it would decrease back to the original position, which means at this moment the particle is at equilibrium position, and after that it would then come back to the maximum downward displacement. At this position it would have the maximum downward displacement, and back again it would move to the equilibrium position. So at this moment the particle is at the equilibrium position. The up and down simple harmonic motion continues, thereby the graph continues in the following manner. From a position versus time graph, we can obtain the period, which means the time taken for one complete cycle. For an example, if we consider the spring mass system, one complete cycle would occur from the equilibrium position going back to the maximum position, coming back to the equilibrium position, going towards the maximum downward displacement, then coming back to the equilibrium position. So the period would be from the equilibrium position at the start to the equilibrium position at the end. We can simply find the time taken or the period of the cycle from obtaining two maximum points where the displacement was maximum. The maximum displacement is also termed amplitude. So the complete cycle would be from one crest to another crest. The crest is the position where the amplitude would be maximum. So the period of the cycle in this instance is from maximum position back to the equilibrium position, back to the maximum downward displacement, back to the equilibrium position, and again to the maximum displacement in the upward motion. So now we are familiarized with amplitude, period, and what is a crest. And the maximum downward displacement would occur, and that position is called a trough. So the trough would be the maximum downward displacement point and the crest would be the maximum upward displacement point. This is about position versus time graphs. Now let us look at y position versus x position graph. Here the y position is in the y-axis whereas the x position is in the x-axis. We will obtain a transverse mechanical wave in this instance too, which means this is a sine curve in this instance. We have discussed about the term amplitude, which is the maximum displacement. Now we have a new term which is the wavelength. This particular sine curve of the transverse mechanical wave is like a snapshot, which means the location of all particles of the mechanical wave at one specific moment, which means we have one particular snapshot or an image taken from the transverse wave at one particular moment. So guys, what is this new letter we have here? This is lambda, which is a lowercase Greek letter. It is termed to be the wavelength. So what is the wavelength? The wavelength is the distance from one particular crest to another particular crest in this particular example. Or it is the length travelled in one particular cycle. We can use the spring mass system that we discussed before here as well. So if we consider that particular spring mass system, it would be at equilibrium position and do the necessary simple harmonic motion and come to the equilibrium position. And here also the wavelength would be from the equilibrium position to the maximum position, back to the equilibrium position, to the maximum downward displacement and back to the equilibrium position. So from here to here, this would be also one wavelength. The important point that you need to consider here is that from a y position versus x position graph, you would obtain the wavelength lambda, whereas from a position versus time graph, you would obtain the period. That is about y position versus x position graphs. Let us look at the next graph. The next graph is a density versus time graph. This is a bit different than the graphs that we discussed before, because this particular graphs would give longitudinal mechanical waves, whereas the graphs we discussed before were transverse mechanical wave graphs. So here we would have density in the y-axis and time in the x-axis. Here you have new terms to consider. You could see high density, low density points. What are these points? The high density point is a point where the particles are compact to each other. This is termed to be a compression. And the low density point is a point where the particles are far apart from each other. We term this as a rarefaction. So why would we obtain a sine curve? So guys, the sine curve obtained here is due to the density of one specific location or point of the longitudinal mechanical wave as a function of time. Here we won't have crests and troughs, but we would have compressions and rarefactions. Similar to the transverse mechanical waves that we discussed before, we can discuss about the longitudinal mechanical waves in the following manner. We can do a slinky demonstration. We have done that slinky demonstration in our previous video. The link to that video is given in the description. You can go to the description and click on the link and get to the video. So guys, if we consider slinky, it would have a position where it is having a compression, and also there would be positions where it has rarefactions. So guys, when talking about the slinky, it can start from the equilibrium position. Afterwards, the density increases, and again the density goes back to the equilibrium position, and again the density would have the minimum density. Afterwards, again the density would increase, going back to the equilibrium position, and this motion would continue. Thereby, you would obtain this particular sine curve for the longitudinal mechanical waves. So guys, this graph is obtained because of the density of one specific location or point of a longitudinal mechanical wave as a function of time. This means if we consider a location or a point or a particle in a particular mass, and if the mass starts to oscillate in a simple harmonic motion back and forth, we would obtain compressions and rarefactions. And the particular sine curve is obtained in the following manner. So guys, that's about density versus time graphs. The final graph that we are going to discuss is the density versus position graph. And in the y-axis we would have density, and in the x-axis we would have position. And in this particular density versus position graph, we would discuss a longitudinal wave. The sine curve is obtained because of the density at one specific point or location of the longitudinal mechanical wave in time. So this is a snapshot taken. At one particular instant, if you take an image or a photo, we would obtain this graph for a longitudinal mechanical wave. Here also you can see the terms compression and rarefaction. The compression is a point where the particles are compact to each other, whereas the rarefaction is a point where the particles are far apart from each other.
So guys, That's about graphs related to waves. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Have a nice day.